The House of Representatives Committee on Public Procurement has called for increased budgetary allocation to the Bureau of Public in the 2026 fiscal year to fast-track Nigeria's transition to a full electronic procurement system. Chairman of the committee, Honourable Unyime Idem, made the call during the presentation of the Bureau's 2026 budget estimates before the National Assembly. Idem said the Bureau occupies a strategic position under the Public Procurement Act 2007 in ensuring transparency, accountability, value for money, and due process in the management of public resources. The chairman, however, reminded the Bureau that the committee had approved funds in previous budgets to support electronic transmission and digital procurement processes. He charged the management of the Bureau to ensure that provisions for e-transmission would not reappear as recurring items in subsequent budgets. Idem also urged the Bureau to urgently forward a comprehensive proposal for the amendment of the Public Procurement Act 2007, noting that nearly 2 decades after its enactment, evolving realities in digital procurement and global best practices make amendments imperative. The committee assured the Bureau of constructive oversight and thorough consideration of its proposals in the interest of good governance.
To this session of the House Committee on Public Procurement for the consideration of year 2026 budget proposal. The mandate of the Bureau remains central to Nigeria's development aspirations as the regulatory authority established under the Public Procurement Act 2007. The BPP occupies a strategic position in ensuring transparency, accountability, value for money, and due process in the management of public procurement resources. Every naira appropriated must translate into measurable impact for our people. As we review your 2026 estimates, this committee will carefully assess how your proposals align with national priorities, particularly in strengthening compliance, monitoring, deepening e-procurement implementation, and building institutional capacity across ministry, departments, agencies, MDS. Given the urgent need to transit to e-procurement system in Nigeria, I therefore call on the leadership of National Assembly and honorable members of this committee on public procurement to increase budgetary provision for BPP in 2026 to facilitate the transition process. Let me also use this opportunity to remind the Bureau of the urgent need to forward to the National Assembly a comprehensive proposal for the amendment of the Public Procurement Act 2007. After nearly 2 decades of operations involving realities in digital procurement, fiscal reforms, and global best practices make such amendment imperative. We look forward to a robust engagement here and assure you of this committee's commitment to constructive oversight in the interest of good governance. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
While presenting the 2026 budget, the Director General of the Bureau, Dr. Adebowale Adedokun, said the proposed 32.18 billion naira budget for the 2026 fiscal year would focus on digitalizing Nigeria's procurement system and strengthening transparency across ministries, departments, and agencies. He said the proposal comprises 17.87 billion naira for capital expenditure, 8.47 billion naira for overhead costs, and 5.84 billion naira for personnel. Adedokun said the 2026 proposal prioritizes digitalization of public procurement, including the deployment of an e-procurement platform that will eliminate manual submissions from MDAs effective March 1st, 2026. According to him, the implementation will be phased with about 20 agencies to be onboarded by September 2026. He added that the budget also covers proposed amendments to the procurement law, development of sector-based procurement practices, contractor categorization, procurement audits and monitoring, as well as affirmative procurement policies to promote inclusiveness for women-owned businesses, SMEs, youths, and persons with disabilities.
We have proposed a total sum of 32 billion 187 million 737 600 to include capital budget of 17 billion 870 million naira, overhead in the sum of 8 billion 470 million 221,551, while personnel costs is in the amount of 5,847,516,049 naira. This is the total sum as we have proposed, and this budget covers strategically one issue of digitalization of public procurement in Nigeria. Two, it also covers the issue of proposed amendments to the Public Procurement Act through one of the globally recognized procedure maps, which we want to adopt as a way of gathering data for you as you do that. Also includes the deployment of community-based public procurement system for this country that will enhance constituency and community-based procurement practices. It also includes the development and upgrade of classification and categorization of contractors and suppliers in Nigeria. It also includes, this money includes the development of sector-based procurement practices that will enable us segregate procurement professionally in Nigeria. This money also budget includes the development of a national repository of procurement experts and agents in Nigeria. This budget will also address capacity gaps in how we manage procurement in Nigeria. Lastly, this budget also will address our expanded advisory role with the subnational, the states, and as well as the local government on how to strengthen their procurement system. The last one is what is called affirmative procurement, which is a procurement system that will give sense of inclusiveness to the women-owned businesses, small and medium-scale enterprises, youths in Nigeria, and as well with those with disabilities will be brought into the procurement space for them to have a sense of belonging in how procurement is carried. And finally is the debarment policy that we now have. Debarment policy simply is a policy that says if a contractor has been awarded a contract, monies have been given, and fails to perform satisfactorily to the specifications incurred, Nigerian government now has ability to debar them from doing businesses in the country and as well as in global. Vice versa, any Nigerian company or company at all that fails to do its job anywhere in the world, they can no longer be allowed to do business in Nigeria. These are part of the resources that we are asking for to be able to do all we have said, and to give you timely reports of procurement audits, surveillance and monitoring exercise that we intend to go.
The committee assured the Bureau of constructive oversight and thorough consideration of its proposals in the interest of good governance. Uche Jacinta, Eagles TV.